I'm standing in front of something that may look to you something like a bus stop, but it isn't a bus stop. This is actually part of a piece of equipment called BESI, and BESI stands for Bus Electronic Scanning Indicator. And to understand what it did, you need to go back to the late 1950s, when bus services were beginning to get fairly heavily upset by traffic congestion. And the way services were controlled when they were upset by traffic congestion was by a group of inspectors who were situated on the roadside at the terminal points and along the route. The trouble with that system, there was some action that the inspectors could take individually, but they could only see what passed them. They couldn't get any impression of the route as a whole, and that's really what BESI was designed to do. This piece of equipment effectively scanned the whereabouts of every bus. There were perhaps 4 or 6 in each direction on a number of routes, and the buses on those routes had a plate on the side of the bus which in a binary code repeated the running number of that bus. And that running number was scanned by the head you can see on the top of the pole, and having scanned it, it was translated back to the route controller at London Transport Headquarters at 55 Broadway. And this is the control panel for Route 30, which would have been situated at London Transport Headquarters at 55 Broadway, along with control panels for all those other routes. Once scanned, the whereabouts of the bus appeared on this screen, and if we look at it closely, this is the screen for Route 30, and you can see a long row of buttons. Each line of those buttons is one bus on the route. So all of those ones relate to bus number 1 on Route 30, bus number 2, and so on down to probably about 30 buses on the route. So imagine all of those lights alight, showing the route controller where all the buses were, or at least he knew that it was somewhere, it had passed one particular scanner and was on the way to the next one. This is the plate that went on the side of the bus. This one obviously is from Route 73, as it says there. And the running number of the bus, which allocated it its scheduled journeys throughout the day, is here in a binary code, basically zeros and ones, but in this case a light for a 1 and a blank if it's a 0. And that plate slotted in those holders up there, and as the bus passed that indicator on the side of the road, a beam of light would go out from the head of the scanner, would hit this number, be reflected back to the head, and that would transmit the location of that bus passing that scanner back to the central control room.